Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are up in Grass Valley, California, kind of by Tahoe in area. And we just started. The kid in front of me, he is the leader for the other region's freshman division. So he's the fastest freshman rider in the Redwood Repack region, so the more hilly region. And the day before this race, I actually raced a NICA race, Stafford Lake. So this is a 2-race weekend. First time I've done that, and the legs are feeling slightly tired, but pretty good. Here I almost crash at like the first corner, which is crazy, because the pace of this race is just so electric at the beginning, which is crazy. Like, I haven't raced a race with like this much electric pace at the beginning of it. Here, I'm just trying to latch onto his wheel, so I think this flat's longer, but you actually have to take a turn to the right here. Didn't realize. And drop from second to, I don't know, like a bunch of riders whiz by me. There goes my teammate as well. So now I just gotta catch back up to the front of this race again from one missing a turn, which is kind of unfortunate. But, you know, it happens, especially when you're a little bit tired, cloudy from, you know, racing the day before and things like that. Apparently last year here at this course, it was snowing, which is crazy, I think, that it would be snowing in, like, late May. So, okay, anyways, back to actual, like, racing. Up here, you can see there's two lines. I didn't realize there was a line to the left. I thought there was only a line to the right. And I picked off one of the riders. And up here, this was like the most annoying part of the race. I was like, so this kid in front of me on this Trek Super Caliber. Normally it would be like, okay, whatever, these people got by me, normal line, whatever, that's fine. But he started kind of dropping off the group, right? So I wanted to get by him. Because he's not holding on to everyone else, obviously. So I want to, like, you know, stay competitive in the race. So I go passing on your left, and he accelerates and doesn't let me pass. And I'm like, okay, whatever. He's being a little bit defensive. Let's try again, right? Because that's just the obvious thing to do. So up here, I try again. Yeah, right here. I try again, and again, he accelerates. But he's still not trying to hold on to the other people. So I'm just fuming at this point, and I just dropped like 700 watts. It's not a smart attack. It's not a smooth pass whatsoever. It's just like me being like angry. Anyways, I get by 2 riders and another, I believe that's North State Composite rider who also gets by, and yeah. So up here, I get back on this wheel, and I'm still I still have a little bit of annoyance from that earlier rider. So I'm like, you know what, I need to get back to the front of this race. This is dumb. And I just dropped 500 watts on a descent. This is a descent. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what, no, you're not holding on to my wheel, no. So I just, like, attack again, continuing on this negative 6% grade descent, just, like, trying to drop people from my wheel, because at this point I'm just like, okay. Now ahead, this is like the first big climb of the day. So I pick off one rider, and I see another one in my sights that I really want to pick off. Yeah. Before this, it was a lot of climbing. No, it was a lot of descending. There wasn't a lot of climbing. So now we're kind of climbing back up to the start finish, which is good. I get around this rider, and I'm really tentative because he's like the first person I've passed on this single track stuff, or I try and get around him. But I'm stuck behind him a little bit longer than I would have wanted. He kind of sees that I want to pass him, and it looks like he's suffering a bit. So he's like, you know what? I'll let him by. And surprisingly, my legs are feeling pretty good today. Like, even though I raced the day before and things like that, my legs are feeling pretty good up to this point. And I think it helps that my fitness is really, really strong right now, just because championships are coming up and things like that. So I'm at a really good point in my fitness. So here, I have a little bit more confidence from passing that first guy on the single track stuff. So I'm able to pass him a little bit quicker. yeah, around here to the right. And I'm just trying to get as far as I can up in this race. I don't know how well I'm gonna do. I came into this expecting, let's get a top half result. That's decent to me. I'm happy with that. But, I saw, just kept on seeing riders where I'm like, well, I can pass him. And, I can pass him and I can pass him. Things like that. So here's another of those riders where I'm just, like, gaining on him on this climb. And I'm like, you know what? I think we can pass him. He's the teammate of the leader of the Redwood Repack region, who's up ahead a decent amount, I think. So this guy's going pretty fast, so I'm like, I must be nearing, the front of the race, because people are going fast at this point. So I do a pretty clean pass around, and right around through these trees, I see my teammate and first place, and I'm like, no way, I made it to the top 3, like... I didn't expect this at all today. I expected, like, let's try and hold on to the front rider and see how it goes, So there is, like, top 3, and I'm just trying to, like, latch onto that group, because that's insane. My mind's still kind of trying to comprehend, oh, whoa, wait, okay, this is real now. We're, like, podium positions, right? Happy that my friend Holden got up into the top 3 as well. He raced the day before, and he got the W, so really happy for him for getting that W yesterday at the Nika race. He looks back, and we start talking. Like, we just start, like, being like, hey, how's the race and things like that. Because this pace, as you can see by, like, my watts, it's not super fast for me. Like, we're not, like, hammering up this hill. Like, it's talkative pace. And my heart rate starts going down, and we're just, like, chilling, and there's this cool trail feature, in this park, actually, or in this area that I went to a few years back, and I really wanted to show them, so I was kind of talking about that, asked about that first descent, just seeing, how's he feeling at the front, how's the front feeling, and because, yeah, I can talk to him, then I feel like the pace kind of picks up a little bit up here because we start getting to this more flat, downhilly stuff. So, ran out of things to talk about. So now we're like, yeah, now we're not really talking anymore. Okay, so up here, he's been looking back. My Holden's been looking back at me, looking at me like, when are we gonna attack, dude? And I'm like, you know what? Let's just attack. Like, let's get by this guy. I know we're better on the uphill, and I just dropped like a 600-watt acceleration. And I didn't realize that my legs actually felt something from the past, 7 miles of blowing by people. And there's my dad, recording, cheering me on. And Holden got around him too. So it's just me and him now in 1-2 positions. And he kind of goes around me right here, and he's like, and I'm like, dude, we got by him. Oh my God. We dropped him, because also his teammate was kind of catching up behind us, so I was getting a little nervous about that, and I'm like, I really would prefer it to be us in the advantage group, it's not, he has a teammate and I have a teammate kind of thing, and Holden's just hammering up this hill. He's just, like, going for it, and my legs were a little bit tired from, trying to catch it back up to the front. He gives me, like, a glance back of, like, wait, you're not on my wheel, you're not holding on, and he's like, you know what? Oh, well. He tells me afterwards, he's like, yeah, I expected you to hold on, but you didn't. Anyways, okay, so this is later in the second lap on a downhill section, and I have another Category 2 rider who's like behind me on my wheel, and I don't really notice for a little bit. Longer than I think I should have, but that's also because I'm tired.
Thank you.
And right around, yeah, he's behind me. I take this jump, which I didn't mean to do, but, when you're tired, you take bad lines sometimes.
Sorry for slowing you down.
Anyways, he pulls in front of me. I talked to him for a second. I was like, hey, can I get in your draft? Thinking that he would keep on hammering, but he ended up not hammering as hard as I thought he did. So I just kind of pulled away from him a little bit. And up here's that, like, first climb. It's the beginning of the climb after all the descending is right up here. So now at this point, I really can feel yesterday's race. I'm still in second place, and I have a pretty good gap. But I'm just feeling that race from the day before a little bit more than I was, at the beginning of the day. And I'm suffering. You can see my heart rate's kind of like low. It's not like up in the high. Like if you've watched my videos before, I have a little bit of a higher heart rate. So it's lulling a little bit more, I feel. It's a little bit lower. I'm feeling it. I'm suffering a bit. It's just now a grindy finish, and I'm just like, I gotta hold on to the second place and just grind to the finish. So here we are at the summit. I don't know, maybe 800 meters from the finish, something like that, right? And I'm relieved, and I'm surprised that I got second. I'm like overjoyed I was able to pull off the second place the day after doing like a super hard high school NICA race. And at this point, I'm like chilling. There's the finish line right up here. I don't think anyone was really expecting, because we have never raced one of these races before. There's first place, aka my teammate Holden. So overall, solid race. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the course, the atmosphere, the dirt. And thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the video, watch another of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.
It is Chase, Aiden, and Holden.
No, we go to Ashley.
All right, 13 to 14, third place, Orion Miles.